What is up, everybody? I'm Thomas J. Bellezza, and welcome to another Sunday Write a Book with Me series, where we are writing a book from concept to completion. As always, it is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All that means is that today I'm going to write a book in real time, as I have been. We are on chapter 15, also plot point 15 of all things. Every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday, I do a live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the intro of every video, we kind of wait for a few people to trickle in, as one might say. We're even going to share the video. Let's share the video. Do 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 do. All right, there we go. Now today is more than just another day, but we'll get into that in a minute. But more importantly, I've been having a great time doing this. I really enjoy the idea of getting to write a series, or rather a one-off book for everybody here, and being able to explain what's going on, how the writing process works, showing you the ins and outs and the behind the scenes of the process, as always. Now, hello, flowers. Welcome. I know it's nighttime by you. I'm just waking up. Let's just keep that. I just woke up at like 12. All right. I just want to put that on the table. But more importantly, I'm exhausted. But I'm here. I'm here to do it. I'm here to have a full day. And get the show going, make things happen, teach everybody, answer questions, and laugh a little. As you know, today is more than just another day where we write together, and I show you how the process behind the scenes. Today is also my birthday. I'm 47 years old officially. I'm old, but I'm young. I'm like middle age. I'm above middle age, but I'm also like, what is this? The new 20s? I wish it was the new 20s, but like I said yesterday, when I stand up, my body crackles and sings happy birthday to me with all my, my oldness. Oh, thank you, flowers. Happy birthday, Prime. Thank you. Hey, Hannah Hard. I'm rewriting my books into a list so that I could check them off when I'm done outlining and writing. That is awesome. It's always good to keep track of yourself. It's always good to pay attention to what you're doing and, have a little guideline. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into the crazy today. Just a quick recap of what we've been doing. Boop. All right, as you know, we've been writing. We're on plot point 15. I am on chapter 15. Now, just for anyone listening, I am using the 27 plot point outline, which is this, where there are 3 acts, act 1, 2, and 3. There are 9 sections, sections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And each section has 3 plot points, and each act has 3 sections. So that makes 27 plot points, and we have to hit each of these. Now, traditionally, when you use this, you do not have to make a chapter per plot line. I am just giving myself a restriction. I'm trying to work within a restriction, but that doesn't mean I can't change it up and I can adjust it as needed. So we've already talked in great depth in the other videos that ultimately some of these plot points will turn into, 2 chapters, etc. Ro, what's up? Greetings, Thomas. Happy 74th dyslexic translation. Oddly enough, I saw it as 47 because of my. So I appreciate that. What is up, good sir? What is up? All right. So I again am just creating the restriction myself, but that doesn't mean you have to out there. You could have fun with it. Hey-o. Also, I like to just to clarify, I like to have the main plot through the main POV allow at least one chapter at minimum to encompass a full plot point. I like to do that. Sometimes I'll split it up and I'll make 2 chapters or 3 chapters for one plot point. But for the main character, I like to try to focus a single plot point beat to a main character, just so like their story feels fuller and thicker. When it comes to the secondary characters, obviously I could slip stuff into the main POV plot points, but I'm okay doing, one scene is their plot point and a second scene. So I could do 3 plot points in a chapter if I have 3 separate scenes. The point is, the plot points are just there to help guide you in what emotional truth or beat is recognized in that moment. Are you exploring the new world? Are you exploring the ordinary world? Is this the inciting incident, right? So it's just a guideline that you can play with on your own. As I just explained, I do play with it as well. I adjust things as needed. But with that said, let's get into it. We are on plot point 15. So we got to scroll them down all the way to 15 and take our notes. This is the immediate reaction. So plot point 15 is, if we go back to here, plot point 15 is within the mid section. This is section 5, Crisis of the New World. This is the midpoint conflict of the narrative. We already built up to the midpoint. We had the midpoint. And now this is the immediate reaction or consequence of the midpoint conflict or the reversal. So the truth that a lie has been revealed. And now the character is. So real quick, though, I do get this question a lot. What's the difference between 15 and 16 other than the number count? This is the immediate reaction. No time to think, no time to absorb what is going on. This is something is happening directly in response to the midpoint conflict. Whereas the protagonist reflects on the long-term impacts of the midpoint conflict. This is usually where they get a second to sort of, they don't have to pontificate and sit in the moment, but it is, they're now dealing with the consequence. They're like, oh, all right, stuff happened. What are we going to do? How are we going to find a solution? That's why this section 6 is called Finding a Solution. So in an action flick, this would be 14 would be the aliens arrive. 15 is them trying to get away from the aliens, right? And trying to get to safety. 16 is they're in safety. In a love story, this is where they something stupid happens and they kind of like it's miscommunication and they break up, or not break up, where they're just like, well, won't they work out now? This is the emotional response to it. Usually we see both sides, so they're moping and doping. Right. And then this is basically where they're like, what did I do? Like, where did this go wrong? Like, how do I fix this? How do I make things right? Anyway. All right, let's get into it. By the way, remember, if you have questions on the process that I'm working on and or questions about your own stuff, you could always feel free to ask. I'm a developmental editor and a writing teacher, so it's sort of like free advice because I love you guys, ladies, and everyone in between. All right, the immediate reaction or consequence of the midpoint conflict, the reversal. They are tossed into a high security cell area. Laura can hear him through the cells. The warden comes and speaks with the love interest, and Laura is like, hey. All right, I gotta look at something. I'm just reading my notes here because just making sure things make sense. Okay, yeah. All right. Boop. Okay, so how is this the immediate reaction? Let's talk about that. This is the midpoint conflict is them trying to escape, right? They're running around, help. The love interest shows up, right? But they end up basically getting cornered and they can't get out. Okay. Now, the immediate reaction or consequence to that is they're thrown into a high security cell and they have to deal with it. All right. And then the warden's going to be like, listen, I hope you get out, get the gang out. If you let me out, I'm innocent. They hijacked me. Right. However, I think, let me see. All right. So I'm actually going to take this out of here and I'm going to put this here. All right. And why am I doing that? Because this is the process of finding a solution. So this doesn't necessarily fit in the reaction. The reaction is they're dealing with the consequences of what just happened. Something is happening to them. They are forced into a situation they don't understand. This is a reflection of and a hope to, quote unquote, finding a solution. So again, a good rule of thumb is when you're outlining, it's okay to move things, plot points, and adjust them as needed. There is no harm in that. It doesn't ruin your book. It's just letting your mind understand what are the themes that go into that plot point. So as you see, I am also changing as we go. Whoops. All right. So this is not going to be here right now. So we're going to work on they are tossed in a high security cell, and Laura can hear him through the cells. They are next to each other. All right. Do, 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 do. All right. So we could start off with this, and I could put this here, and then we're going to build on it. We're going to build on this. All right. So they are tossed in a high security cell, separate. Actually, I could just do that. Boop, 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 boop. Separate from each other, but next. But love interest. Interest is in the next cell over. Okay. All right. Laura Olivia is freaking out, upset. She's never going to. Yeah. She's banging on the door, and no one is listening. All right. Okay. The love interest tells her that banging on the door isn't going to get them out. Change this. This is a common conversation, but I want the context or the subtext, I should say, subtext of that kind of conversation. All right. So this is something I do often is I'll end up writing something that's very common and traditional because, sometimes when we're working on a story, our brain sort of goes to what's familiar and what we understand. But I'll make a note that, the subtext should be like, hey, that's not going to really help us right now. But what this means to me is put it in character, let it kind of come out way different than that, and maybe explore a different way to represent that truth. All right. So, this I actually don't need. All right. So they are. What do we got? Hey, what's up, Cook? Thomas and friends. Hola. Welcome to the party. Party. Why? Because I love to. All right. Let's see. There. Oh, you know what I should do? Warden says that now you can't get out, and this escape attempt changes everything. What the? I don't like that. Why does it make a smiley face? That's so weird. All right. Okay. So freaks out, upset, and she bangs. Fun fact, I usually end up writing in present tense when I'm doing my outline notes, if you notice. But like when I write, I like using past tense. But sometimes I'll also add a little past tense in there. They are tossed because your outline does not need to be perfect. It doesn't have to be in any specific tense. None. You just get the notes out. You just get the ideas, and because remember, great writing is rewriting. So we're always going to be adjusting and fixing and adding. They are tossed in a high security cell area is not going to be the sentence. It's going to be a moment. I'm going to turn that into an event. Like, it might be a passage long. It might be two passages long. Whatever the case may be. Separate from each other. This might just be for me to understand until the reveal, but the love interest, or maybe we see them, him get tossed in one cell and her in the other. So, I know outlining can be scary and overwhelming, but they're just notes, and you can erase them. I wouldn't recommend. I like striking them out on my main page, but you can adjust them. You can add stuff. You could change concepts when you're done with the outline. You don't have to accept it. You're allowed to rearrange things. You're allowed to start over. You're allowed to do whatever you want. I always recommend using an outline as a loose way to sort of discover your story, right? Discover the narrative. And that's what I've been doing here. Like, I have these beats that started out as broad general strokes, and now I've just been playing with them and expanding them and seeing where I can take them to do what I can. I'm doing a checklist for my Grace Chronicles, a Christian book series, which is inspired by the Truth Be Told song by Matthew West. I have my lines in red, but I can't figure out the color for the truths. Hey, maybe blue. Blue moon standing next to blue might be a good color, hey, it stands out, right? Yeah, let's see if blue stands out. Look at that. See? Stands out. What's another color? I like green. Green looks good. I don't know. Green kind of vanishes. I prefer writing and reading past tense and third person. Yeah, right? Like past tense and third person feels so good. That's my go-to is oddly enough, though, because I'm doing this as an exercise, I'm going to be writing this in past tense first person just as see where it goes. The lies and truths are within the Truth Be Told song. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Anything with music, really, that's always going to be fun. All right, what we got here? Oh, Laura freaks out and tells her that banging on the door isn't going to get them out. And then, will it be singular POV? Yes. So this book is just going to be all Laura Olivia. And because I don't know if anyone remembers, but I'm trying to make it like there's this movie called $10 Bill or something like that. And it's, Steve Buscemi's in it, but it's like following the adventure of a $10 bill. And it's just sort of like wherever the $10 bill goes, that's the story that's told. And it goes through like 4 different stories with different, ensemble casts. So I'm sort of trying to make Laura Olivia this character that is the $10 bill. So everything is through her POV. It is going to be a new experience for me. I don't traditionally write that stuff. I get a lot of client work that's like a POV, first person POV, singular, with it being in present tense. But it's always good to challenge yourself. And also that I'm teaching, it lets me kind of like work through it with you and be like, all right, this is what I'm learning, or this isn't what I'm learning. So it's just a nice, it keeps the brain going. It's called $5. I thought it was yeah, it's called $10 Bill, 2016. It was filmed by Chris White. Right? Or was it $5? Steve Buscemi movie about a yeah. Oh, $20 it's called. My bad. It's called $20. Yeah, $20. It's a $20 bill. and it just moves around. Ren and Stimpy. Yes, Ren and Stimpy. That's brave. That brings me back. Yeah, it's called $20. $20. It's a long time. I liked the movie, but I guess I couldn't remember the name. But $20 it's called. And Steve Buscemi's in it, Brendan Fraser's in it, Linda Hunt. It came out in 1993. I was a wee lass. Gladys Knight's in it. Oh, there's a lot of people in it. Yeah, good stuff. Elizabeth Shue from Adventures in Babysitting. Linda Hunt, if anyone remembers Linda Hunt. Ren and Stimpy. All right, let's do. Okay, so this chapter is hitting me with a little sort of. I'm having a little like, hey, what do I do with this? Because they're just in a cell. We can't. I cannot allow them to find a solution, but they do have to deal with the consequences. I think what will be interesting is I think I'm going to add a little bit more conflict here. So, all right. So this is actually going to move. All right. I'm going to keep this in. The guards beat up the love interest. Because it turns out that he hurt some of the other guards. And this is repercussion. I can't spell. Spelling is with that. No, that's reputation. Repercussion. 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 Oh, I got it. Repercussion. I think that's it. Repercussion. Yeah. All right. Remember, there's nothing wrong with being a bad speller. No great writer is a great speller. Great writers have great editors. All right. Laura is telling them to stop. And the warden steps in front of her cell and tells her that she can't get out now. And this escape attempt changes everything. All right. So, all right. And he says, he tosses it off. Nothing. Clearly, he's hurt, and she knows it. She apologizes for him getting all caught up in this. He's all like, you're here because of me. I'm sorry, but I promise that we'll get out of here alive some way, somehow. I think some way, somehow, right? Some way, somehow. That'll be the gist of it. That'll be the gist of it. That'll be the gist of it. All right, I am going to go back and do something. Let's do they're running through the underbelly. They're trying to figure out the one station. They run again. Get to the stairs. I spelled ladder wrong. Did I spell ladder? Is it D? Ladder to climb. I can't spell. It's because of my damn New York accent. We say water. Okay, TER is DAR. Water. Water. DA. That's not how you spell water. Oh yeah, I'll take a cake and pizza. Cake, pizza. All right, and get to the ladder that leads up to the top floor. Laura Olivia falls down the ladder half up. Catches her, but her ankle is hurt. Yes, help her up the ladder. All right, why did I do that? Well, because I want her to be dealing with something too. Yeah. Okay. She hurts her ankle a bit more, reactivating the pain, causing her to fall down. Okay. Why did I do that? Well, it's not just let's put her in a situation, but this also is a metaphor, or it shows, everything. She's falling down. She's literally falling down. She's in pain. Her actions are reminding her like she messed up in a sense, right? Okay. So it's also telling her to slow down, relax a second, maybe think this through. So there you go. All right. So I think that's good for 15. All right, I'm happy with that. If I have to adjust it, I will. All right, 16 candles. How are we doing with this? Let's see. Oh, we're on 16. So we're on section 6. That's pretty good. I don't think we're going to get through the 3 points, but 16, 17, 18. I'm pretty excited about that. All right, let's see. The warden comes and speaks with the love interest, and Laura is like, hey, I'll help you out. All right. Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm going to leave that unread. All right, so this will be the first beat. Now, this is an example where I definitely know it's probably going to be a new chapter, but I'm going to leave it as not a chapter and just make it a hard chapter break. But I know in my heart of farts, that this is going to be a second chapter. And the reason is because this all feels like it's something bigger. They don't believe them. Like, this just seems like a whole beat that is going to be its own thing, In the Midwest, we pronounce L as A. Elvis and elevator. Oh, elevator. You gonna get on that elevator? Elevator. Also used to pronounce the as duh. Well, I get. Yeah, you got to go down the street and get the water before you get the coffee. I also have spent a lot of time in Florida, so everybody talking down there like this, and they're talking about you gotta be careful of the gators. Watch out for those gators. Also, don't forget Southern tea. You got to drink your tea. You got to put tea in your sugar. That's what they tell you in Florida. If there's not enough tea in your sugar, then it's not good. And I'm saying that right. You would think it'd be like you got to have enough sugar in your tea, but no. They put tea in their sugar. They just get a sugar bag and they just pour tea in it. And they go, "This is Southern tea," and you go, "Well, that explains the diabetes." All right. But anyway, I'm gonna do this as a hard chapter break. There's a small chance I could fit it in there, obviously as we write. And that's the other thing. Lots of diabetes. Let me show you something here. Let me show you something. Wait. Okay. So while I'm doing this process, the zero draft, or I should say, we're doing the extended outline part of this right now. And it's giving us a very loose sense of the rhythm of the plot points, and you're seeing I have a setup, a conflict, and a resolution in something. Sometimes it's just one moment and we sort of get it all in one moment. But in the zero draft, that's going to be the first moment we get to start analyzing our chapters. Is the zero draft bullet points showing us that this is a chapter's worth? And that's where we start breaking the plot points up into bigger chapters, or smaller chapters, I should say, right? Then we're going to organize the plot points. We're going to adjust what I found. Then we get an alpha readers. Then we revise the outline. And then the first draft is where we're going to have the next big opportunity to organize the chapters. We're going to write out the scenes. We're going to write out the moments within whatever we created in the outline, right? And then we're going to start saying to ourselves, this might benefit from being 2 chapters or 3 chapters. And the way we figure that out as we get closer, I'm sort of thinking of that ahead just to give the lesson. But when you get to that point, you're going to start saying the rhythm and flow, the pacing. This is such a strong and emotional moment, or this is such a heavy action piece, or this is whatever the case may be. It's thick. A lot of information is being. Remember, pace is the speed at which information is presented to the reader, right? So a chapter that's thick and heavy might benefit being itself. So even if I had 3 beats within one plot point that I was going to have in a chapter, the material itself is telling me to break it up. So it's always going to be a process. I'll be honest, even in the book I'm working, one of the epic fantasy books I'm working on, it took even just recently, I started moving chapters around. Like, I didn't adjust the chapter's lengths. It's just, I was like, I think this feels better here, or whatever the case may be. And that's the process of writing. Like, it doesn't have to be everything you think it is because you did it the first time. You're allowed to change things and still be considered a good writer. The big fear is like, am I good? Right? I think I was talking about this yesterday. Sometimes I have these like doubts. But ultimately, at the end of the day, having to change something, fix something, adjust something does not mean you're a bad writer. It actually means you're a good writer. Because if you can catch and understand what is working and what is not working, the choices we make is what makes us a writer. And the better choices we make for the stories we are trying to tell is what shows our writing craft skill. Writing words, yeah, that's part of it. But at the end of the day, you could find somebody that writes beautiful prose. I'm talking like just they chose every perfect word. There's no fat, nothing. It's just perfect sentences. But the narrative, the plot, and the characters aren't doing anything. There's just, it's not making sense. It's just beautiful descriptions. It's beautiful exposition. Because they're not making choices. They're just like, you know, it'd be great if this happened, right? But it's being a writer where you get to make, like I just did, where I made her, I went back up here and I added that she fell halfway up the ladder. She fell, right? That's a choice, right? So I'm making choices. Yes, my outline is nothing like the original. Isn't that great though? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a beautiful reality, is like, wow, I am comfortable. I'm finding myself comfortable changing and adjusting because it's going to make it so much better. I feel like owning that mentality is sometimes the hardest part of writing. I agree with you 1,000%. And you know, even yesterday I was saying that I have doubts sometimes. I'll be like, I'll look at my writing versus others and I'll be like, am I good? Like, because it looks nothing like this, you know? I don't know about y'all. I love that you wrote that. But I have a cursed streak of perfectionism. I started where you started. It had to be perfect. In fact, it had to be so perfect. I was afraid to write because of my dyslexia and because I can't spell sometimes, often. That it hindered me from trying and hindered me from just getting started. And that's why I really focused as an illustrator, because I was like, well, I can't mess up spelling if I draw. And people used to make fun of my writing and my spelling. They'd be like, "Oh, you can't spell, and that really. And then my 4th grade teacher told me, I think I've talked about this, like pick a you should pick a trade, because I was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, a writer. She's like, well, you can't spell, so you get it. I get it. You understand. We all get it. I think that's going to hit hard with the collab. Am I as good? This is all you need to tell yourself, flowers. All right. Okay. Did you write it? Did you finish it? Is it done? If the answer is yes, then you're good. And they accepted it. They didn't give it back. They didn't go, nah, we're good. We're not going to use this. You're in it. You're in it to win it. See? Yes, times three. Yeah. You make me want to shout. Put your hands up and shout. Put your. All right, sorry. Did I mention I love you, people? All right. Okay. All right. So the warden comes back after 3 days and speaks with the love interest. And Laura is like, hey, I'll help you get the gang. Yeah. The warden is like, says that they have 2 of you. And that's good enough for us. All right. Love interest says that person they would better would want is the leader of the gang. He's wanted by XYZ. The warden makes a comment about how the love interest is a rat. What we got? To Hannah. Do you have any of your stories completed? Ooh, that's a good question. And the warden makes a comment about how the love interests are at. All right. Boom. All right. So this little piece right here is going to lead us to a new scene that is not necessarily worked out per se. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of text messages. They're all saying, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Shacktonius. Shacktonius. All right, sorry, my friends. Laura and the love interest tell the crew that all right, so this is a story technique that's gonna maybe oh, I appreciate it. I think it's really they love my beard and I'm just along for the ride. One time My beard was so big that somebody let me cut in line. They were like, "Well, you have epic beard." I was like, "You got a great beard too." He's like, "No, you got it." My beard was like big though, right? And I was like, "Oh, thanks. I got beard privilege, huh?" And they're like, "Everyone gets beard privilege. It's the way of life." It's very hard to shave my beard. All right, two row. I'm currently writing a story called "The Veiled Suns and Cursed Heirs," which is a Sleeping Beauty and Yu-Gi-Oh retelling with Egyptian mythology. I like it. I like it. All right, so this line here created a new scene or opportunity. But what we're going to do is it's a technique that allows you to showcase what has happened without actually showing how it happened. And we get to save some writing things. So we are going to do this scene still, right? We're still going to do this moment next. And this is how I fixed it. So, okay. Then Laura and the loving. Believe something. All right, so that's the goal of this scene. But watch, I'm going to show you a trick. We're going to get there, though. We're going to get there. Oh, hey. All right. I'm making a book about the dream world. What do you think about this? The name of the book is Carton Kid. Carton Kid. Am I saying that right? Am I saying that right? Carton. Oh, Carton Son. I don't know what the reference is for Carton Son, Carton Kid, but it's cool that you're writing a book about the dream world. That's interesting. That's always interesting. The dream world always allows you to kind of play with it. There's just so much you can do because it's a dream. It's completely made up anyway, and it's so fun to explore the dreams. All right, so Laura and the love interest. So the first thing I do is this moment will show Laura and the love interest telling just tell the crew that there's something, and the love interest confirms it. And it's we could just do this. It's because all right. Let me just do this. I'm going to show you a little trick in a second. Okay, there's a little writer's trick. A little writer's trick, all right? All right. So then it cuts to the warden saying that if this doesn't go well, the deal is off the table. You're both getting 15 years for this crime. All right, and also will be right there. So if you try to run, dead. All right. So what I did was, instead of showing the scene where they work out the deal and then it came, oh wait, I'm sorry. Like a milk carton. Oh, I like play. Hey, you can't go wrong with playing with words. It's this channel's no the right mindset. See, we're playing with words. Right mindset. Wordplay is the best. All right. So what I did was, instead of showing the scene where it comes back and they work out a deal, we show them trying to trick the crew, and it works. Okay, the crew agree to meet, right? Oh wait, not yet. I got to do the next thing. And then we cut to the warden saying, basically, if this doesn't go well, so we know that they worked out the deal. But I gotta get this in there. Okay, so all this is gone. All right, so this is the actual back and forth. doesn't believe them because last they heard, Laura was arrested for crimes they committed. They're going to go after the ship because they believe the item element is on the ship, but the love interest describes the item and that he has it hidden. They're convinced he actually has it, so they ultimately offer to meet up with them where the ship crashed since it's been totaled, which is a lie. All right. Laura, Olivia, and the love interest ultimately offered to meet up with them where the ship crashed. All right. Then the warden says, hey, if this don't go right. All right. Now we've realized this is only going to be 2 beats, but there is a conflict and resolution. So this is the setup, right? Hey, we can help you out. The conflict is like the warden's like, I don't know if we're going to work out the deal, but then they have to try to convince the crew, and they do. And then the warden's like, all right, we're good. We have a place to time and meet. But if you mess up, you're in here for 15 years. Wow, I'm on 17. 45 minutes. I think we could probably, let's see what happens. That song gets so stuck in my head. To Hannah, the story I'm working on has character who has deep faith in Christ. Superstar. Ooh. Religious undertow. I like religious books. Books that have like my epic fantasy has a lot of religious faiths, even though it's all made up, it's fake gods and stuff like that. I like exploring faith and religion. It's fun to deep dive the economy of faith. Jesus is king. Cough, 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 cough. Jesus. I'm not. I'm not what? I'm not what? I'm not. You're not writing a book about. Well, you have vampires. Isn't there some touch of religious discussion in there? Religious discussion. I like to explore the faith in books because it's just interesting to see how like characters either are all in, like they're just extremists, or characters that even though the gods roam the world, they're not gods. They're just powerful people. They're creatures or beings, whatever. And then other people are just like, no, I believe in it. And then I like to see the different variations. My angel is not angelic. I like it. I like it lots. I like it lots. In my fantasy world, the angels are actually evil and the demons are actually good. But everyone thinks the demons are evil because their job is to collect the dead and hunt after spirits and they go after basically evil people or people that feel they're evil, whatever the case is. And then the angels are just like the soldiers of the gods, but the gods use them for the wrong reasons. I don't know what to address by. So right mindset guy. Do you have ADHD? My name is Chamis, Mr. Chamis J. Bellezza. And yes, 100%. I have ADHD. Ooh, squirrel. I don't know what to right mind. I don't actually right mindset guy. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with right mindset guy. You can allow that to happen. All right. Now we're on plot point 17. The protagonist decides to take action. So even though it says the protagonist decides to take action, what that really means is that the protagonist is actually taking the action. This is an action plot point. It doesn't have to be physically active, they're running the gauntlet. It could be like they call up the girl or the love interest and be like, I'm so sorry I messed up. That's taking action, right? But they're doing whatever they can to resolve the problem. So even though it says the protagonist decides to take action, plot point 17 is they are actually, and also there's another right here. The protagonist decides to take action. Plot point 5 is they are actually taking action. They are doing something. They've decided to take the action. That's what that means. That's something that some clients come to me and they're like, "Is this where they discuss their?" No, this is where they're like, "What do we do? What is the plan? How are we going to accomplish it? What are we going to try?" And then this is them actually going on it. And by the way, you don't always have to say exactly what it is you're going to do. You could just have like a general idea and then allow the action to play out. And then that is the telling. It creates tension because the reader doesn't know exactly what's going to happen. Unless you do like an Ocean's 11, where in this would be, when they rob the actual. Oh wait, no. Plot point 23 is when they rob the actual casinos, the three casinos. Spoiler alert. Um, but leading up to this, they show you sort of kind of what they're doing, but then they allow it to unfold, and then we're thinking they're messing up. So that's what the advantage of not telling exactly every little detail will lead to. All right, let's do this. Do you have ADHD? Yes. So funny. So funny. So funny. All right, let's see. What happened? All right. The gang springs the trap. There's a shootout, and the gang tries to get away. The authorities get them. All right. So this is the main. This is the gist. So let's again for this kind of stuff. I don't really like writing out great detail for this in the extended. I like working this out in the zero draft. So for now, because it's too much. It's too much play. So, but the gang springs the trap. Okay. So, all right. Let's say, all right. Actually, I tend to put a lot of non-religious situations in my story ideas and let the characters work through them, hopefully deepening and developing their faith and relationship with God along the way. Hey, whatever works for you, like the whole point is to write stories that you want to explore. But like I tell people, whatever subjects or themes or ideas you're doing, remember to always have contradictions or counter arguments or challenge those beliefs through the characters, because if all the characters sort of believe the same thing and no one's really questioning stuff, it creates a preachy feel. So even if it was like, I do a book about how money is evil, and like everybody is like, money's evil, it's capital, and everyone's like, yeah, money sucks, we're gonna destroy money. Like, that's not interesting. Like, it just becomes overwhelming. But if you have somebody being like, why we, you got to be like, money sucks, money doesn't suck. You have to have people in the middle. You have to have people that might be swayed either way, right? And it's those elements that make the story of the narrative interesting. So whether you're talking about religion or you're talking about love or you're talking about found family, it's always good to create um, opportunities to explore the uh, the spectrum of position. All right, this gang show up. Okay. And then ultimately, the authorities get them. I'm actually going to. This isn't a hard chapter break or anything, but this is. So when I'm working on my outlines and stuff like that, remember I use these as rhythms or beats. So this is a new beat, right? So even if it's not a hard chapter break or a soft chapter break or even a new chapter, this is telling me this is going to be a focus beat that I have to make sure has a beginning, middle, and end. And then the authorities do get them. Okay, and the love interest, one of the gang members gets away. All right, so I'm actually going to make this a three-parter, but again, it's not a hard chapter break. But the authorities, oh wait, run in and they try to get the gang, and everyone runs, shooting to get out. The authorities spread out, right? So, and the chase begins. All right, and then, and by the way, for this, like it's in Laura's perspective, POV. So she's watching all this come out. So maybe she, Laura, and the love interest. Head after the leader of the gang and try to stop him, but can't. But they end up getting to others and stopping them from getting away. Boop. I have a weapon in my book. It's like a ribbon sword that moves with the wind, like a flimsy, floppy, sharp ribbon. Could you add this to your book if it's not too late? First of all, that's a cool concept. That's pretty interesting. It's almost like the lightsaber whip in Acolyte for Star Wars. The flimsy, flappy sword ribbon. That's a really cool idea. This is supposed to be a sci-fi thing, so I'm gonna try to incorporate more sci-fi kind of things, but I'm not really in up to the weapons part, like the specifics of things. But that's a cool idea, and I think you should definitely use that in your book. Just the visual element of that sounds fantastical. All right, so this is the setup. They meet up and right. Then there's a pissing iron asking where the thing is. Absolutely. Then this is the conflict. So the conflict is they're running around, everyone's trying to find everybody. And then, of course, the resolution. All right, there we go. We got 17. Oh my God. We're getting to 18. I think we're gonna do it. Look at that. I think we finished Act 2. If I could get this done, we finished Act 2. And that means next time we get to start on Act 3. I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know about you. All right. Laura. All right. Let's dance in the cold wind and wonder where my coat's been. Laura and the love interest are released. They go to the impound. Oh, there we go. Yes, I often have ideas for one character who is faith-based, and the testing trials and the deepening feelings of their faith is part of their character arc and story beats. Yeah, it's always nice. It's always nice to explore. And by the way, for anyone listening, faith exploration or religious exploration doesn't necessarily have to be world bound. It could be something, especially if you're working with fantasy. It could be like you could have faith in yourself, and the challenge of faith in yourself is faith in something greater, right? Because it's almost abstract. You can't really, you know. So it's always good to look at things differently as well, and always play with things. All right, find out something about the ship. Oh yeah, this is bloop. The love interest. All right. Hard chapter break. We're doing a hard chapter break because what we'll do is we'll show the scene where they're being released. We'll try to make that a quick scene, and then we'll just jump right to all right. All right. So Laura, so they are released. All right. All right. And then I have to, and he's all like, well, maybe I just like the company. All right. Okay. They go to get the ship. When they get there, they are told that the oh wait. Okay, yeah. Two flowers. Do you have any vampire or angel hunter opponents in your story? I don't hear of as many stories about vampire hunters. Vampire hunters. Oh, good question. Good question, bro. Let's see when they get there. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, all right. So once going there, Laura asks the right people where to go for her ship, and they tell her it was impounded and that it's going to cost X amount of money. X amount. And she doesn't have that money. So this is the conflict, right? Creating conflict. The love interest helps her with that money. And now she owes the love interest. Even though he says she doesn't. All right. We got. Oh, happy birthday! Nicole, thanks for the happy birthday. I appreciate it. Welcome to the party. Always love to see you. Flowers says, my priest is an ex-slayer on my second story. I like it, Slayer. Sorry, I was thinking of Slayer. All right, Slayer. Go to the impound. and she is told that the ship was sent to another planet, and she has to deal with the cruel cultural differences while trying to get the answers of what and where the damn ship is. Oh, yeah. My main character is a martial artist that fights monsters with his bare hands. He has bare hands like. Okay, I'm sorry. Bare hands. That's cool. I love martial arts stuff. And anytime they're fighting monsters, I'm in, Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Sounds baby. So there we go. I think that's pretty straightforward. Oh wait, there the ship is. They finally tell her that it's on planet XYZ. Name this planet. Ooh, ooh. Name this planet. Slayer fans are always so hardcore. I've never met one that's laid back. Once, fun fact, I played the cellular US Arena in Milwaukee with my band. And Deicide was there. Now, if anyone doesn't know who Deicide is, the lead singer has an upside-down cross literally carved in his head. He just carved it in his head, and it's scarred, and it's there, right? And the band is like basically an antichrist, devil, satanic band, right? Yes, very ouch, very ouch. And I know this isn't Slayer, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And so anyway, the lead singer of Deicide, though, when I met him, and I was, you get to hang out with everybody because we're backstage, because we're performers. And he's just like, hey, how's it going? So what's your band about? Huh? I heard about you guys. Oh, what do you guys do, metal? And he's just like, he's really casual. Right? And then it turns out he's a Christian. And that brings me to Tom from Slayer. He's a Christian. He's a born again. But they sing about it's just so funny. So funny. Makes the coffin shakers sound like little lambs. Accurate. Slayer. That's all I have to say about Slayer. But anyway, that's my story about Deicide. And when we found that was probably the funniest thing. Because we didn't know how to respond to that. We're just like, is this guy's way down to earth. Anyway, let's see. I just anyway, if you read Slayer lyrics, though, you're bound to find that something is definitely not unholy. All right, what do we got here? We're an hour in, huh? All right, let's do it. All right. We have officially finished Act 1 and Act 2. And I'm pretty excited about this. Oh, what do we got? Does Deicide sing in the typical hardcore growls, then talk all the soft and calm? I think, if I remember correctly, they mix it up. Like that. And then it's like, we were like doom theatrical like metal, and we did not fit with any of those bands. I don't like the growlers. The most I'll do in growling is like I'll have somebody do the backing vocal over me singing like this, and there'll be someone behind me singing like that, but it's like lower just to add texture because like you wanna layer your vocals when you do. But so whenever we played like the festivals and stuff like that, we'd always be the one band in between like all these death metal bands, and everyone would be like, and then we'd come out and it'd be like, all big like we'd start singing and people be like, "What's going on?" And then it'd be like huge musical numbers, and it was very, very different. One second, one second. Oh. Oh. Uno momento, everybody. Uno momento. It was fun times, though. Fun times. We used to get a lot of encores because of that, too. All right. I'm going to start getting all the calls soon. All right. Corey Taylor has a beautiful voice, but that Slipknot growl shit. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Corey by himself, when he does his like Corey stuff, is really, he's a very good vocalist. Very good vocalist. But obviously, you hear me say, I like the lost in the darkness, silence surrounds you, that kind of stuff. But like with heavy metal behind it. I had a friend named John that made gothic synth metal. I'm already in. He had a very deep bassy voice. His band was called Coriolis. Coriolis sounds cool. Cool. Q. Yeah, yeah, and you can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. I have a feeling one of your concerts was an experience. It was a lot of fun. It was we dressed up, it was all like how do I explain it? Like clothes wise, we were, how do I say? Uh well, we gothy, like not gothy, but like doom metal. You know, um I don't really have photos from way back in the day, but let's see if I have something. Let's see. I'll show you. I'll show you a photo. I'll show you a photo. Uno momento, por favore. Por favore. Okay. So oh, this is me singing. That's just me singing. And then what we also did was like we also did Broadway tunes sometimes. So this is me doing Jekyll and Hyde. I'm Hyde, and this guy came out in Jekyll. Now normally you would do Jekyll and Hyde together, like one person, but we decided to break it up. So we made it more like musical, and but we had fun. We had a lot of fun. Woo! I need some Korean chant metal with an industrial. That is the stuff. That is stuff. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the pictures. Yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. I think I'm too old now to do it, but wow, look at you go. Yeah, hey, when you're young, and you can do anything. Now I'm like, I couldn't even think of being on stage now unless it was doing comedy again. Yeah. Running around. I'm sweating looking at that. Oh, 1 second, everyone. 1 second. I shall return. I will return. So apparently one of my friends from New York sent me a cake and a hug. And so someone just somebody just gave me a cake and a hug outside in honor. That was so amazing. I got a response. That's what my friend texted. She's like, "Oh, you have cake outside." And I went outside and there was these two ladies who delivered it and gave me a big hug. That's funny. It's so funny. All right. You're seeing me all flustered now. I get, anyway. Oh yeah, well, I get, yeah. I miss being in New York and being around all my friends. All right, where were we? I don't even know. I don't even know. My brain is lost. I can't even think. Happy birthday to me. Oh, sorry to have taken you off topic. No. You didn't take me off topic. You didn't take me off topic. All the birthday stuff is there. I'm trying not to cry. I know I'm a man. I'm not supposed to cry, but I'm being emotionally overwhelmed right now. But it is a special occasion. Oh my god! I was just talking about you. I'm like trying not to cry because I'm emotionally I'm being overwhelmed in a great way, and I just this right here is an amazing person. Everyone, Octavia, I love her so much. Thank you so much for that's everyone is allowed to cry, but well now I care because I'm being cheered on to cry, so it's reversing the I was like, oh, now I'm like, real men do show emotion. I try to show some. I try some. I love you, Octavia. Row. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Happy birthday to me so much. I'm so like overwhelmed right now. Sleeping Beauty returns, Enchanted Heart. I'm excited for you. That's really great. And the the Hoka Hoka show, Kingdom of Hearts. That brings me back. Happy birthday, teacher. Thank you. Uh, in the words of Brian Malco, women love it when men cry. Just you're gonna make me cry. Just, yeah, you were saying that. Very cool, Hannah. Very cool. Oh, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I'm all flustered. I'm in a good way. In a good way. Speaking of, I gotta eat that cake that I just got from this lovely person right here. So I'm gonna be enjoying that with a nice glass of something. Which means I'm probably not gonna do the questions today. I'm probably gonna just jump off in a minute. Teaching us on your birthday. Look, it's a present to me to be able to teach. It's one of my passions. It's one of my loves. It's why I even owned a theater back in the day, is so I could teach. I love educating. I love showing people how to write and stuff like that. Oh yeah. All right. Let me Let me get it. All right. I got 3 slices. They were already on the table for me. Thank you for I thank you. Trust me. Thank you for being here. All right. So I got some chocolate cake. We're gonna get down first. Chocolate cake, peanut butter, chocolate, any of that. She knows me. She knows. My favorite. All right, let's do it. There's nothing like watching the first bite. Chocolate cake. Open it up. It smells good. Look at that. Look at all that chocolate goodness. Oh. All right, let's do it. Let's get some cake in me. You ready? Octavia, if you're still out there, I love you. Thank you for the yum yums and the hugs. Mmm. This is for everyone out there, by the way. This is not just for me. This is for you. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. This is so good. mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. They mm-hmm. Oh, I'm enjoying it. Wow. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. You know what just needs? Company. And I have it right here with everyone. This is amazing. Hmm. From What About Bob with Bill Murray when he's having dinner at the oh my god, that movie. I love that movie. Whew. Listen, I try to enjoy this. This is good stuff. This is really good. Chocolate cake. It tastes real great. Yeah, I'm actually very happy right now. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's always better to spend the birthday with close friends and family. I agree with you 100%. But being in Ohio, just, all my friends are in New York. My friends and family, everybody I love. You're one of the most likable people I appreciate that, bro. I needed that on my birthday. Thank you for that kindness. Um, everything about that movie is great because Bill Murray and the other guy from Jaws, they actually weren't getting along. I think Dreyfus, and the energy just works so well. That movie's so good. Richard Dreyfus. It's just perfect. He's like that in real life too. What, Bill Murray? I didn't know that. Or the Dreyfus. I know Dreyfus can be a little something, but the Dreifer. Mm. I borrow my sticker. I can't believe that movie came out in 91. Wow. What About Bob? I want some peace and quiet. Well, I'll be quiet. I'll be peace. That's funny. Um, do you think he's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone. No, that was me referring to you being likable. Oh, Octavia. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I still remember the first day I met you, by the way. We were working on a commercial with like, there was music. It was like we were like an audience watching a band. And you were just standing there talking to people and like just laughing and having there's such great energy coming from you. And I was like, I just need to know this human being. And I just came up and I was like, your tattoos are amazing and changed everything. You're an amazing person. I love that I know you and I love that we're friends. And I love that my work brought me to. So, all good stuff. Wake up, Bob. Bob. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think it was a lottery commercial. Yeah, it was. It was like a specialty commercial for the lottery. Mm-hmm. A bunch of my friends were there too. Who, me? I appreciate it. I just try to, you know, when I was growing up, I got like bullied a lot, believe it or not, because I used to move a lot. So I didn't really get to like grow with friends in school. Like I'd be in a school for a year and then be in a new school. Hey, too. Kitty cats, you know. And I just started becoming funny because I would rather see people laugh than see people, you know, upset or fighting or whatever. So like as I got older, I just liked the feeling of just trying to get along and just trying to make people happy and just trying not necessarily helping people to be taken advantage of, you know, like there you have to have your boundaries, but like there's just something so special about I don't know, somebody having like a dream or a goal or just wanting something in life and then like being able to help that in any way, either by introducing them to somebody or whatever. And what's interesting is when I started in illustration, like in comics and stuff, it wasn't like very team playery. Uh so you know, when I went into music, everything was about like you got to be the best, you got to be the best, like everyone's challenge, and I just was like not happy with that for some reason because I always like working with people and I like teams, and the the comic thing was like it felt lonely because even though like other artists were there, it was just like very isolating. And then like when I got into music, I was like, I'm with people, I'm in a group. And then like everything was we got to be better than everyone else and everyone's competition and everything's and I just I felt so out of body that like, you know, it made me kind of like walk away from the music industry after like 10 years basically. And then I started people asked me for help and then that's where I found my calling and where people were like how do you do it? And I just never been so happy. Uh, you know, that's why I have BBR Productions and like why I created Team Rides together is because like uh, it's like the moment someone accomplishes something because you help them, not necessarily do it for them, but give them the tools or watch them. It's just it just changed everything. It completely. I kind of like that environment and the fact that I'm able to teach at the library has me teaching there. I'm going to start a new class soon with them. Uh, doing something. It's just it's a completely different world. Like I don't know. I guess they say what do they say about like people who teach, you know? I don't know. I just want to entertain people. I write to make people laugh and tell stories that inspired me as a kid. That's why most of my stories are closer to 80s to the 90s anime and comics. That's really great. You got, yeah, stories that make you laugh, that inspire you, that get you thinking. It's all it's all the part of it, even when it's like fantastical, you know. There's I know I try to have humor in my stories, not like jokes, but like humor. Uh, and then I found you nutters. You're the best nutters ever. I'm yeah, fellow nutters. Much better to take that route. I took the grumpy, hateful, bitter road. It's hard to get out of it. Keep up the kindness and compassionate. I agree with you. There was this like it was like right there. I was on that cusp, and if I hadn't left music, I think I would have fallen into that sort of jaded bitterness. And I'm glad I left. I retired. I took like 2 years off and just relaxed, and then I went into comedy, and then writing and all these other things. So long live the nutters! Nutters unite! Heart, fire, ice. What is it? Earth. Together we form the nutters. Amen. Ro. Yeah. I need some more cake in me. I need some more cake. Yum, 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 yum. I love that it's delicious. ASMR cake eating. Oh, this was a fun time. I had a lot of fun today. We got to write a little bit. We got to laugh. We got to eat cake. Well, I got to eat cake, but I hope you felt like you were eating cake with me. I wish I had like. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Go take your nap, Octavia. Thank you so much, not only for the cake, for the special hug that I was given by the lady that delivered the cake, but for our friendship and the love and the text. You mean the world. You're the best. You're the best. And I just want you to know I may be visiting New York soon. So I'll keep you up on that, and we'll get together and get some lunch or something and finally say hi. I'll talk to you soon. Have fun with your nappage. Am I too late? Boo. Yeah. Eloise, you missed it. You missed the whole birthday thing. Oh, happy birthday, Thomas. Writing is up. Thank you, Eloise. I appreciate that. And I am in my head listening to you screaming out like that, but like in melody, happy birthday, Thomas, but like with a Greek touch to it. I know you like the mythology. Writing it brings a sense of comfort to me. I recall certain things from my life, and it's good to share them with others in a different format. Isn't that a beautiful thing about creativity and art? It's just like that. It's just magical, and it does that. You are loved. Dang it, was sucked into Minecraft realm, but yes, I definitely am singing it that way. Well, listen, Eloise, I never judge, you know that. And look, sometimes you got to watch Minecraft. I don't know if it's the movie you watched or you're playing the game, but the fact that you showed up at all, that's all that matters. Even if you showed up 10 years later and was like, hey, I'm here, I'm still in it to win it with you. I'm still grateful that you're my friend. I'm glad we got to hang out with you. It's fun every time I get to be here live and send you questions. It makes it easier to learn from you. Hey, look, that's why I do this. We're here to learn. We're here to have fun. We're here to build community. And it's nice. Right now, we are in the beginning, the cusp of where this channel could go. Because I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. I almost have 4,000 watch hours. The channel has been growing for the last 2 years. My 3rd year anniversary is coming up next month for this channel. And right now, these live videos, what I really love about these live videos right now is that, 7 to 10, maybe even sometimes 12 people are watching at one time, and we all talk to each other. We all sort of kind of are growing and getting to learn each other. We're communicating on other social media platforms, and it's like just a nice little community that we're building here. And I'm hopeful that it's going to get bigger and grow and stuff like that. But I just want you to know, like, right now, this is what I enjoy. I enjoy these intimate, close, sort of like I have a quote unquote small class of people that I consider important and friends, and where we get to kind of like connect and stuff. Went and saw the movie last night. Now playing with the boy. I hope you had such a great birthday stream and are having a lovely day. I am having a lovely day. If you only knew, I got one of the best surprises today. Not only did I get a hug, I got a cake delivered to me. I almost cried. You almost saw me cry, and then people started making me laugh, and the crying went away. So you almost saw a 47-year-old grown man cry. I love that we can speak to you. Other places are usually too large and the connection is lost. I agree with that. Like sometimes I'll jump on a channel, to watch a live just to, see what other people are doing and like how the community is growing. And like when there's like 2,000 people watching, it's just just words. So I get it. That's also why I created the Facebook group. It's more intimate, but I just wish we were more interactive on it. But it's not in real time, so I can understand that. This is just nice that we kind of get to communicate. 40, yeah, I'm 47 today. Yep, at 30s. I wish I was 37. I actually wish I was 27. I'll be honest. I genuinely love getting to know you and your band of merry nutters. I love that with the merry nutters. I'm gonna write that down. Band of merry nutters. All right. I might even turn that into something for us. Nice little nutter merchandise or nutter badges. We're the nutters. We're the nutters. Where are the nutters? Nutters unite. Sign me up. I love it. This is Thomas's birthday present. He gets to see nutters in the wild. As you can see, the nutters are gathering near the water well. They are partaking in the ritual that nutters partake in, watching a man eat cake. I'm grateful for camaraderie I feel here. Every time I get a chance to hang with everyone, I feel confident and driven to write more. That's great. I love that. I love that we motivate you and get you writing because it's a writing channel, right? We want to see people write and get their minds out. Lucky you, Thomas. The lesser spotted nutty creating fictional worlds. The lesser spotted nutter. The spotted nutter, known for their British accents. Hell yeah. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right. Okay. This cake was really good. I was not expecting cake, but I'm super happy I got some cake. Oh. Bloop, bloop. All right. What is it? 340? The spotted nutter. The lesser known spotted nutter has made it to the waterhole. Their British accent, filled with love. By the way, I'm a huge fan of British humor and dry sarcasm. And I don't know if what is it called? What's it called? Downton Abbey. I don't know if that is traditional English humor, but the grandmother on that show, her just half-sided Side eye and comments. I live for that. I just want to put that out there. Oh, I'm literally sweating from being like emotionally moved from that whole. Jesus. Also, I'm fat. So I binged the other one today. It's fabulous. If you like Brit humor, nearly had to change this one. It's called The Other One. Let me. Oh, that's a new one, 2017. I have to put that in my folder. Bloop. Foldered. Put that right here. Check out. Go through. Bloop. Okay. It is in my folder. 'Tis but a flesh wound. You make me sad. Would you like to join us on our quest to find the Holy Grail? I like. We already have one. You kniggets. Some call me Tim. Dry, awkward sarcasm is fabulous. It absolutely is. There's at one time or another, I had that entire film memorized. My one of my friends from a long time ago, he owns one of the original scripts for that film that was signed by the entire cast. I'm jealous. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. I also really like Life of Brian, especially when he gets abducted by the alien. And then it crashes, and then he just gets up, and then he just starts running again. And then the Romanati Romanus, they start chasing him. I tried showing my boys Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. My middle son can't find the humor. Oh, that movie, yeah. I like that. What's his name? What's his name? Why can't I think of his name? Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. He's he plays the robot, I believe. I'm Alan Rickman. Avengers Assemble. Alan Rickman. Oh man. I'm trying to get my bearings. This is what it looks like when I don't have my bearings. Right? Alan Rickman is the man. He's the man. I like when he did the Californian accent in Die Hard. Just want to put that out there. Let's see if I can get some Alan Rickman quotes. I do take my work seriously, and way to do that is not to take yourself too seriously. I think every friendship should be allowed to have its own rules. I'm losing it. I'm losing the accent. I do feel myself. I can't do it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I keep pointing out the jokes, and he's like straight face, wondering when it gets funny. Oh, the book is 1,000 times better. Yeah, rest in peace. Him dying, that's a weird. Like Val Kilmer passing away recently. Like I get it. Like he died of pneumonia. He was he had the throat cancer. I worked with Val Kilmer once. He was really after the cancer, and he was like still very much. He was witty and down to earth and stuff. Truly, madly, deeply, truly, madly, deeply. I haven't been able to watch that film again. I cried buckets. Yeah. I missed it. I also love Shaun of the Dead or anything with Simon. I mean, how can you not? How can you not like Simon Pegg? Yeah, I worked with him. I was working a show. He did like a Mark Twain play that he financed himself, and then he knew he was getting sick, so he filmed the play as like a movie, but like it was just the play filmed, and then he did like a tour for that, and he was at a venue, and I because I was a part of SAG, we were allowed to work the venue. We volunteered our time, but we got to work and help out, and we got to make some jokes back and forth. And you remember? Well, that's fair. That's fair that Falcon is yours, Salma Hayek. But Salma Hayek always be my Salma Hayek. Okay. I just want to say I find many people attractive. But Salma Hayek, childhood crush. It happens. Some of the connections you mentioned shocked me, like how you said you worked with that guy from the Warriors. Come out and play. And I was honest when he said he goes like this. He's like, by the way, he's really short too. So like, imagine I'm the microphone and this is him. Like he was short, and I'm standing there in my outfit, and anyway, we're doing Blacklist, and he goes like this, right? Because I was also doing stand-in work, which means like you stand there for them to do the lighting and everything. And he's like this, and I come over, I go, yeah, what's up? And he goes, you're one ugly bastard. I was like, thanks. She's what? Yeah, she is. Even now, God, she's so gorgeous. It makes me feel like there's a chance that, when I'm her age, I'm almost her age. She's not that much older than me. It was funny. He was really nice though. He was nice, and the guy who played Tom Keene, you guys would probably. His name's Ryan, but I worked with him a couple times, and he was in that episode actually. Very down to earth. But I was on Blacklist a few times. I did Gotham a few times. I did Saturday Night Live maybe like 6 times. They actually texted me. They were like, hey, can you work? And I was like, I'm in Ohio. They're like, oh, all right, my bad. And they're like, but it's not like they were like, can you work on Saturday? And it was like Monday. It was like Friday. And they're like, can you work tomorrow? And I was like, no, I cannot. Anyway, what are we doing? What is it? Wow, no one. Whew, exhausted. So yeah. It's used to be very fluent in the entertainment industry. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. I had a lot of fun. I did a moment where I worked with what's her name? Emma Stone. She was doing a skit, and I was in the skit with her. And before we came on, though, there was another guy with me, and they're like, "Hey, can you hold the camel?" Because I basically look like Jesus, but I was just supposed to be one of the wise men or something. And they're like, "Can you hold the goat when you walk on it?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." Not the goat, the camel. And the guy next to me was like, "I'll hold the camel." And as soon as they did that, Bobby was on. This is when Bobby was doing the show, and he's like, "Oh, that sucks." Because like holding, you got it. First of all, it's live. Second of all, it's really happening. And third of all, you don't know what the animal's gonna do. And a camel is not weak. And I just walked on. I was just there. It was very good. It was fun. It was fun. There was a couple of it that were really good. Some of them don't make it though. Like they'll film them and then they get cut. So I've did a couple that didn't make it. I got to work with Louis C.K. also on one of them. He directed us. That was a lot of fun to just watch him direct. Anyway, I don't know this really has to do with writing, but Bobby did say I should be a writer on SNL, and I was friends with writers on SNL, but I never really pursued it. I don't know why. I should have. I think I should have. I'm kind of glad I didn't do it because I got sick not too much quicker after that. I got the cancer, so that knocked me out. That knocked me out for a while. Anyway, is that it? Oh, I feel like we need a celebrity Showtime with Thomas. Nah, it was back in the day, maybe back in the day. No, I'm just a lonely author. Speaking of, I got the I think I showed this yesterday, but I got the proof for my book that's coming out, the self-help book. This is book 1 of 5, and I'm pretty excited about the epic fantasy stuff, but I'm like I said, I'm waiting until I have all 5 books done for that, and then I'm going to probably release that in a subscription based way, like you get a chapter a week, maybe. And then at the end of that, there's a special item order, you could get. I second that. The 6 degrees of Thomas. If Christopher Walken was here, it'd be fun. But put down the gun. No, why not? I don't want to. Kevin Bacon. Never mind. I do have a connection to Kevin Bacon. You can connect me to Kevin Bacon in one move. All right. Guess that's it. Is that it? What do you think? You want me to answer a question, or you want to call it a day? Can't believe it's almost 4:00. I think it's almost nap time for me. I don't know. Does it feel like nap time? Almost feels like nap time. Now it's crazy. Mr. Walken is very nice. More cowbell. The difference between me and everyone else is that I put on my pants the same way. But I make records. We should let you go. Sugar. Yeah, I'm having a sugar rush. You have a sugar high. I do have a sugar high. Woo, woo. That was a good gig, though. Do I have anything even planned today? No. I'm in Ohio. I'm a prisoner. By the way, when I lived on Long Island, New York, to go anywhere, it was 30 minutes. Like, you got to get in a car, and it's 30 minutes. I'm glad you did too, so you could enjoy and have fun with everybody. This was a good time. But in Long Island, it's a 30-minute to anywhere. Like, you got to get in a car and go. In Ohio, it's 40 minutes or more. Like, so 40, 45 minutes to get anywhere. When you live in Brooklyn, you go outside and you could throw a rock and it lands somewhere to go. So when I moved from Long Island to Brooklyn, I got rid of my car. But then when I moved to Brooklyn to Ohio because of COVID, I didn't have a car right away. And it was like culture shock. I was like, and what's crazy? The store is right down the road, but it's not down the road. It's a drive. Anyway, I'm just saying. And the thing is, most people in Ohio, like, they either are like, they're like, to hang out with them, no matter what their age is, they're either it's drinking and drugs or pushing over cows or, like, dirt bike riding. What am I going to do with any of that? I had to start going to the library to feel like I was doing anything. Just like... Anyway, there's a nice theater over here, though. Anyway. Yeah, believe it or not. I grew up in Wyoming. Tell me about it. You know. Oh, yeah, seriously. I was thinking about moving back to New York, but honestly, I don't know if anyone knows, but when you live in the Midwest, like, I'm living off because I'm retired. I don't have to worry about money. It's so cheap here. I live in a 3-story house. It's $1,000 a month of rent. Ridiculous. If I in New York, I lived in a 3-bedroom, but I was renting it from a friend from the music industry owned the building, so I was able to just rent from a friend. Like that, the bill, I was able to rent the house, whatever. and it was $1,600 or something like that a month. But that same house, because I was looking around like the neighborhood, because he ended up selling the house, and that's why, during COVID, and then I had to move to Ohio. But during that time, I was looking for other places. 1 bedroom. Now remember, I had a 3-bedroom in Brooklyn, right? 1 bedroom was $2,200. $2,200. I was like, what? So, when I found this place, but I had to come here because I had the dog, I had the Rottweiler, and no one would rent because they're on the top 10 worst dogs or something like that. Even though he was a baby, he was just a little baby. They wouldn't rent. But then this place called, and I came here, and I was like, I'm in Ohio. But then I was like, wow, I don't have to spend any money. I've watched those videos of tiny apartments. Yeah, some of them are really tiny, but I'm talking more like Brooklyn. So like, even though it was 1 bedroom, it was not a studio, but a 1 bedroom. It was still big, in a sense, but it was 1 bedroom. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nice. But yeah, the apartments in New York, some of them, especially on TikTok, I forget what the name of the channel is, but it's just, they just try to find the smallest apartments. And there was this one, and it was like $100 a month. But you go into it, and it's just long enough for a bed, not wide enough for a bed, but long enough for a bed for one person to sort of like lay on it like a cot. And then there's like a shelf over the bed, and then there's no kitchen, but there's like 250 other rooms like that, like in the building, and people just rent the room, and it's separate from everything. But then there's like a group showers and bathrooms, and then there's like a group kitchen for each floor. And I was like, not worth it. There you go. That's the way to do it, really. They pay off the mortgage. Yeah. I'm waiting for Doge to hit. That's all. Come on, Doge. And then what I really wanted to do when I was younger, before I got sick, I wanted to buy like a big house and like build these. They're called apartments, but they're not actually apartments. They're just like these separate sections of the house. And I just wanted to be sort of like where friends could just come and stay for a week or the month or whatever, and just there was just room, and it was just like a place of gathering. That was my goal. Like, I was working towards that, but then COVID hit and all of this stuff. Stupid. So glad it was. Oh wait, we already did that one. Anyway, all right. I guess that's it. Let's do it. Let's well, all this stuff. Go to Make a Right Left here. Please subscribe. All that stuff. Please share, comment, and like. But I want to say, more importantly, much love to everyone who stayed, everyone who spent my birthday with me, giving me a chance, not only week after week to, teach and do writing and have some time with people and just get to enjoy myself. But I know I don't know you all in person. Some of you I met, but I love you. And I'm not just saying that as a throwaway, but why I love is because you're giving me your time, and time is so precious. Time, you can't repay time, and you're giving me your time, and that means more to me than I could ever express or explain. So that's why I am. I love the fact that you're giving me this time, and that makes me love you. So I appreciate it. Have a good day, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have a wonderful remainder of your birthday. I'm going to try. Big hearts, flowers. So with that, as always, you're watching The Right Mindset. And, we love you, Thames. I love you, Eloise. But I guess I'm far too old for anyone anymore. I can't love anyone like that. Just kidding. No, but obviously this is it. We're going. We're done. So thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Thank you for the happy birthday. Thank you for the happy birthdays. As always, keep developing the right mindset. I'll see you next time, and bye.